Welcome to Super Smash Bros. Project number 2. So, as you can see here, we're emulating rather than playing on like the the next few games, the next many games actually, will be on Switch because I have like a bunch of arcade games on there. Um, I was going to do like a VTuber thing. I'm not doing that right now because it takes a while. I only have a couple days off of work tomorrow. We're kind of packed because we're losing people. So uh, now, yeah, I just decided to say fuck it, and uh, I will stream in the future. But right now I'm just playing. Excuse me if I have less energy than I will probably in the future. I'm very new to this, and I live with other people. I live with my family, and so I hope uh, that nothing is too loud for them. But yeah, we're starting off number 2 with Sheriff, released in 1979, and it is um, you probably recognize Sheriff from the Assist Trophy in Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS, and probably know nothing of this game because it was before Donkey Kong. It was before Nintendo was really Nintendo. This was at a time when Nintendo was primarily known for like cards, for toys especially. The Game and Watch games became a thing, and it will get to Game and Watch primarily with Game and Watch Gallery. Way down the line, this is going to be in like not even next year. It will be in a few years, and I actually, let's run. I actually, what was I gonna say? The problem with the tism is that you sometimes forget what you want to say. Let's see, credits. I forgot exactly how to play. It's right now. It's just one person. That's oof. Okay. Um. So yeah, this was when Nintendo was known for primarily their toys, and it was even before like the logo that we recognize and love. um. Controls are really oof. So actually funny thing is you guys are hearing the sound. I made sure of that. I am not hearing the sound, and the reason is because I just had such difficulty trying to get sound to work on my PC. And I decided, oh well, because for me, sound will not be important for me until we get to Metal Gear, which will be, of course, 1988. I can't really get used to the game's controls, but I'm almost done with setting up my emulated games. Not quite. I still need to figure out the situation with a lot of the GameCube and Wii games I'm going to emulate. And a lot of arcade games. I don't know what's the deal with some of them. For example, I can't really get Super Xevious to play. I know I will be able to play the Super Xevious port on the Famicom. But I can't play it here for whatever reason. I would try to play it and like it would boot up, but it would just have like a static screen almost. There aren't too many early arcade games that I really, really enjoy. Like this, I'm already getting tired now. I'm already getting tired of playing. I mean, there's a reason it wasn't a very successful thing. It also it's kind of hard. I'm playing with a PS3 controller connected to my computer, and early arcades use joysticks and stuff like that. But like, also I need to mention that this is what I often refer to as a one and done, in which I will play it for about 20 minutes, and then yeah, I'm pretty much done with it. Most games are not going to be like that, especially later on. I do think that a lot of like Bomberman games will probably be like that, because if I'm being honest, absolutely no interest in playing most Bomberman games. I don't really see the point in it, I'll try to play it multiplayer if I can. I think that's what a lot of people love about the Bomberman games, but for the most part, still one and done. A game like this is a one and done. We won't get into what I call a single stream until we get to Ghosts and Goblins. What I call a single stream is basically it's not a one and done in the sense that I played for about 20 minutes. Like, it could last for 20 minutes, but it's something that I could beat. I could finish, and I just play it until I finish it. And that is a single stream, because I don't know exactly how long it's going to take. I do know that it's definitely going to take me within a day. And a day meaning 3 hours. So that brings us to talking about the third category of games, which is a multi-stream. If you remember me 3 seconds ago talking about a single stream, you could probably guess what I mean by a multi-stream. It is a game that I either know for sure or don't really want to finish within the day. And it won't take especially long to get to a multi-stream the very first multi-stream game that we'll be playing is Glory of Heracles. You know, for the I would be playing in English translated copy for the NES, but you know, it was originally released for the Famicom. And that one will absolutely take more than a single day to finish. So, you know, I'll be streaming it for multiple days. By then I should probably have my VTuber model done. I'm not interested right now in, like, talking like how my character would talk, which might be a little bit young and childish. But that won't, so I, you know, figured out the likely schedule for games and stuff like that until about May of next year. And the reason why May specifically is because that is where, that is when Famicom takes place. And if you don't, not Famicom, what am I saying? Fanime, excuse me. Mixing up, you know, system and the anime convention, but, May is when, Fanime takes place, and if you don't know, I am, located in, the Bay Area. So Famicom, Fanime is my local anime convention that I've gone to every year since 2017. I was actually a bit late, much later than my sister. I wanted to go in high school, but I don't know what it was. I just didn't. And so, oftentimes I get a bunch of games at Fanime. That's why it's, you know, that's basically the end date for a lot of my stuff. And so I'll probably be playing Glory of Heracles about next April, if, you know, I hold true to my schedule. Right now I work pretty much full-time, just at a grocery store, mostly just bagging. I'm what's called a courtesy clerk. For me, it's mostly a stopgap. You know, I don't know exactly how long I'll be doing this for. I don't expect forever, because at some point I will move out of the Bay. Like, my target for moving out would usually be LA. Unlike a lot of people, I actually kind of like LA. But I don't know if that's 100% feasible, mostly because, you know, if I were to, like, do this full-time, which I don't know if that's feasible right now, I would definitely love to do, you know, pay all my attention towards the Super Smash Bros. Project. But, I want to get into film, actually. That, you know, that's my, full goal. And fuck. But I think what's more feasible, if possible, you know, I would like to move to Canada, because specifically Toronto, because insurance. I think I would be able to focus a bit more on just, you know, film stuff, because for a lot of that stuff, you do unfortunately have to get your own insurance. That kind of sucks, you know. So if I move to a place like that, then I don't really have to worry about that as much. The other option is that I could move to the EU. You know, that's a possibility. But in any case, unless the situation changes, I'll probably be living with my sister. You know, just us two, so our parents can, like, at least my mom can retire and stuff, because I know she is looking to retire. I did forget to mention, I actually did list out the number of games within the project. You know how I mentioned, or as you can see, this is Super Smash Bros. Project number 2, right? There are 1,200. Half of them are actually probably, like, Namco games. You'll see a lot of Namco games. Because, like, Namco, they were like an arcade juggernaut. Like, the vast majority of these early games, yeah, that's Namco. You know, we won't get to the NES until, like, was it 35, I think. And like, out of those 35, I think maybe 20 of them are Namco games. The next, I know for certain, the next 3 are all Namco. But so I actually don't know if I mentioned previously. I should probably mention. This is being recorded as actually, like, the first game. I kind of wanted to hang out with a friend with number 1, which if this is posted, you'll know is the Color TV Game 15, which is another assist trophy and the oldest reference in the Super Smash Bros. Project. But I actually don't even know if that will be feasible. You know, I don't really like talking bad about, you know, friends and stuff like that. One of my friends, like, I asked him, you know, when he's free. He saw the message, but didn't even answer, which, you know, he does often enough, unfortunately. And my other friend, is still upset because the last time he wanted to come over, there's, like, a rule that we had in the house, which is that you had to have your COVID vaccine if you wanted to come over. It was a rule for everybody, right? You know, all of us, we were vaccinated. Nobody thought it was really a huge deal. You know, gotten vaccinations all the time, and vaccinations went pretty well. You know, they were worse than, say, flu vaccines. In terms of how we reacted to them. But it was okay. And when I did eventually get COVID, it really was like a little bit worse than the vaccine. It felt like the vaccine to me, just slightly worse. But yeah, he made a really big deal over the vaccine, and so now I'm kind of wondering what I should probably do, whether I should play against myself, you know. So who knows? You know, we'll see. My general rule is, you know, I do plan on monetizing this. You know, monetizing hobbies is like a dream for like everybody. Whether it's like sports or, you know, videos like this or whatnot. So my general rule is simply I think for the if anyone were to appear in the color TV game 15 episode, okay, else. What was I going to say now? I hate that. Oh yeah, I was gonna say. So in terms of monetization, you know, it's 50-50 whoever I appear with. That's fair. Sometimes I worry actually about talking too much. That's, you know, saying too much. That's a notable problem I sometimes have, where like family would think that, you know, I didn't need to say anything. Sometimes though, saying things, you know, lead to good outcomes. So this is fun. So this is enough of a fuck it that unfortunately my mic arm isn't even here yet. You know, it was going to be here today, but it got delayed, and so it's probably coming tomorrow. I'm working tomorrow, unfortunately. Full 8-hour shift. Technically 9 hours, but, you know, one of those hours is lunch. So there are some franchises that honestly I have absolutely no interest, or no, I shouldn't go with that, but I don't really have so much excitement for. Primarily, excuse me, out of the 3 franchises that I'm least excited to go through, I would say, so number 3 would probably be Ganbare Goemon, because I do find some fun in it. That, you know, that's why it's only number 3. but I don't have, I'm not really a huge fan. It is, one of the few Konami entries. Konami is actually not that present in the project. Like, I don't think there are very many Konami arcade games that are really part of the project. It's mostly Castlevania. I guess technically Bomberman, since Konami owns it. But oh yeah, there's Resident Evil. Yeah, and then there's Ganbaru Goemon. So none of them are really one and done. Some of them are single streams, of course, but yeah. I don't really. Number 2 would probably be Kunio-kun, which a lot of people may recognize as games like River City Ransom and Super Dodgeball. That's all Kunio-kun. I do have enjoyment. I do find enjoyment playing Super Dodgeball. I actually kind of liked it a lot. But I don't really have as much interest in the beat 'em up games. That's the only problem. At least the NES ones. The Super Nintendo ones are probably okay. But I probably would find a little bit of fatigue playing them, because there are actually quite a few games. But number 1, surprise, surprise, is Bomberman. I have absolutely no interest in playing Bomberman, but I do have to play it, because it is referenced specifically in Ultimate as a spirit, and there are so many Bomberman games, and I have zero interest in most of them. So, whoops. That's unfortunate. So I probably mentioned this already in, when explaining the Super Smash Bros. Project in, number 1. But there are a few games that are technically referenced, but I'm not going through because they're really kind of out there spin-offs, and I just don't really have much interest in playing them anyway. So there's Mega Man Soccer. That's one of them. And so yeah, Mega Man Soccer is one of them that I'm not going through, specifically because shouldn't have done that. I just don't really feel a need to go through it. Also, Chocobo Racing. Chocobos are in Super Smash Bros. As a costume, as an outfit. But yeah, I don't really see a need. I will go through Final Fantasy Tactics and Crystal Chronicles, though. I am counting them. So yeah, this is pretty much it. I'm not going to be uploading this until number 1's out, which will be in a couple weeks at this point. Olympics are going on, though. I probably won't put this out until the Olympics are already over. But yeah, it's, I really do hope that you'll kind of enjoy going on this journey with me. And, whoever's out there joining me on this journey, glad to have you. Hopefully, you're all with me every step of the way for how many years this takes, because it will take years. To get through 1,200 games, which I did actually count. And, if I played like a game, a different game every single day for those 1,200 games, it would take me like at least 4 years. So, yeah, well, thanks for watching. Whoever's watching, glad to have you. At this point, I'm rambling a little bit, but I'll see you next time. Number three. Number three is Galaxian, which came out exact same time as this game. I'm really only putting this game out first because it's a Nintendo game. As such, Nintendo has precedence. It's a similar thing with whichever systems come out first. If a system comes out first, then and there are two games on these different systems that come out at the same day, whichever systems came out first has precedence. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.